There's a special magic and undeniable allure in setting off on a solo adventure, a journey where you are the captain of your own ship, the author of your own story. It's a cocktail of freedom, the exhilarating excitement of the unknown, and a perfectly normal hint of nerves. That flutter in your stomach is just anticipation, the thrill of stepping outside your comfort zone. Australia, with its vast open skies that seem to stretch on forever, and its warm, welcoming heart, is the perfect place to begin your solo journey. I remember standing there, suitcase in hand and map unfolded, a little overwhelmed but brimming with anticipation. I was ready to dive in, to discover not only new sights and iconic landmarks, but also to connect with new people and forge lasting friendships. Traveling alone isn't about loneliness or isolation. It's about openness to new experiences, new perspectives, and new connections. Your senses sharpen. You become more attuned to the world around you. That morning, coffee tastes richer and more aromatic. Sunsets glow brighter with a kaleidoscope of colors, and every detail, from the smallest architectural flourish to the bustling energy of a market, feels more vivid and alive. It's a chance to truly connect with a place on a deeper level, letting its stories, its history, its culture become interwoven with your own personal narrative. My journey began with a simple idea, a spark of curiosity, to experience the beauty and vibrancy of Australia's famous harbours, specifically the iconic cities of Sydney and Melbourne. Sydney dazzles with its iconic landmarks and undeniable glamour, while Melbourne charms with its thriving arts scene, hidden laneways, and quiet, understated beauty. I wanted to meet them both, to experience their unique personalities, to see what they could teach me about this incredible country, its history, and its people. So my journey started, a journey of discovery, not just across geographical miles, but also a journey within myself, a process of self-discovery. With every step I took, I felt braver, more curious, more open to new experiences, more authentically me. That's the true gift of solo travel, discovering your own inner strength, resilience, and a sense of wonder that you never knew you possessed. It's not just about ticking off destinations on a list or the places you go, but about the profound and lasting impact it has on the person you become, the transformation that unfolds within you. So come with me. Join me on this adventure. Let's explore these magnificent harbours together and uncover the secrets they hold. Maybe, just maybe, you'll be inspired to embark on your own Australian adventure, to start writing your own unique Australian story. It's waiting for you, ready to embrace you with open arms. My first morning in Sydney was dazzling, a spectacle of light and promise. Sunlight danced on the water, the sea air was fresh and invigorating, and the vibrant energy of Circular Quay was immediately captivating. It was a symphony of urban life. Ferries bustled to and fro, a constant stream of movement, people hurried with purpose, and the city's pulse was undeniably alive, thrumming with activity and anticipation. I found a quiet bench, perfectly positioned to take in the breathtaking view. The majestic Harbour Bridge stood proudly to my right, an iconic symbol of the city, while the elegant Opera House graced my left, its white sails gleaming in the sun. Seeing these world-renowned icons together, in person, was truly breathtaking. It was a moment I knew I would never forget. I decided to stroll along the promenade, eager to soak in more of the atmosphere, passing a vibrant array of street performers and talented artists, each adding their unique flair to the scene, and the haunting sound of a didgeridoo echoed nearby, weaving its ancient melody into the modern cityscape. Sydney's rich history, deeply shaped by its first peoples and their enduring connection to the land, adds an immeasurable depth and cultural significance to the harbour's already stunning natural beauty. As a solo traveller, I cherished the luxury of time, the freedom to explore at my own pace, with no rigid schedule to adhere to, only the open road and my own curiosity to guide me. Eventually, I found a charming cafe with outdoor seating, ordered a flat white, and settled in to simply watch the world go by, a perfect way to absorb the city's rhythm. I watched as families snapped photos, capturing their own memories against the backdrop of the iconic Opera House. Couples strolled hand in hand, enjoying the romantic ambience of the harbour, and fellow travellers, their faces lit with wonder, shared my profound sense of awe and appreciation. In that peaceful moment, I felt deeply connected not just to the vibrant city of Sydney, but to the collective human experience, to everyone who has ever paused to marvel at the beauty of this view. The harbour was alive with countless stories whispered on the breeze and etched into the landscape, and in that moment, I felt undeniably part of it, woven into the fabric of this incredible place. This was more than just a trip. This was the start of something truly unforgettable, a journey into the heart of Sydney. No visit to Sydney Harbour is complete. It's a must to immerse yourself in the beauty and vibrancy of this iconic location. Without meeting its two icons, the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, standing tall as symbols of Australian identity. The Opera House, a masterpiece of modern architecture, more sculpture than building, its design is truly breathtaking. It shimmers with over 1 million tiles, catching the sunlight and reflecting it across the harbour. The effect is mesmerizing. I took a guided tour, learning about its bold design, the challenges faced during construction, and the stories behind its creation. It's a place where art, architecture, and history converge. Standing in the concert hall, surrounded by its elegant design, I imagine the music and energy that fill its space, the echoes of countless performances resonating within its walls. Next, the Harbour Bridge, a marvel of engineering. Instead of climbing, which I'll save for another visit, I walked across the pedestrian path, taking my time to soak in the views. The views were spectacular, a panorama of Sydney unfolding before my eyes. Ferries below crisscrossed the water, the Opera House from a new angle, a different perspective on its iconic form, the city skyline stretching out, a tapestry of buildings reaching towards the sky, the wind in my hair, a refreshing gust that invigorated my senses, the sun on my face, warming my skin as I took in the sights. I felt exhilarated, a sense of freedom and joy washing over me. Walking across such an iconic structure made me feel small, a tiny figure against the backdrop of this massive bridge, in the best way, part of something vast and beautiful, a connection to the city and its history. I paused midway, leaning on the railing, taking a moment to appreciate the sheer scale of the bridge, soaking in the city's life and the sailboats gliding by, their white sails billowing in the breeze. It was a moment of pure joy, a simple pleasure that filled me with contentment, a memory to treasure, a snapshot of happiness etched in my mind. Just me, alone with my thoughts, the bridge, a symbol of strength and resilience, and the view, a breathtaking panorama that stretched as far as the eye could see. Sydney's icons weren't just sights, they were more than just pretty pictures. They were experiences, immersive encounters that left a lasting impression. They made me feel alive and part of the city's story, connected to its past and present. That's the magic of solo travel, the chance to connect with a place on a deeper level. Beyond the Opera House and Bridge, Sydney Harbour hides countless treasures. I hopped on a ferry to Manly, crossing the harbour past coves and grand homes. Manly felt worlds away, relaxed, with surfers and a scenic walk to Shelley Beach. Shelley Beach was a peaceful cove, perfect for a quiet swim or reading under a tree. Back near Circular Quay, the rocks offered cobblestone lanes, old pubs and artisan shops. Wandering its streets felt like stepping back in time, discovering hidden courtyards and weekend markets. For a true local experience, I visited the Sydney Fish Market, chaotic, lively, and full of fresh seafood. I grabbed oysters and grilled barramundi, eating by the wharf as the city buzzed around me. These moments, simple, authentic, and unexpected, were the real heart of Sydney. The harbour's magic is in its hidden corners. Each discovery made the city feel more like my own. Sydney's secrets are best found when you wander alone. That's where the adventure lives. After Sydney's glamour, Melbourne's harbour felt like meeting a creative cousin. The Docklands and Yarra River offered a modern, artistic vibe. Sleek buildings, colourful art, and open spaces. I walked the South Bank promenade, watching rowers glide by as city lights twinkled. At night, the gas brigade's fireballs lit up the sky. The Docklands, with its striking architecture and marina, felt like an open-air gallery. I rode the Melbourne Star for sweeping city views. What stood out was the focus on art and community, public sculptures, green spaces, and a welcoming atmosphere. Melbourne's harbour isn't dramatic like Sydney's, but it's thoughtful and inviting. It's a place where art, business, and leisure blend seamlessly, A different kind of beauty, but just as captivating. Melbourne's Harbour invites you to slow down and look closer. The Docklands is more than shiny buildings. It's a neighbourhood with character. I wandered its precincts, enjoying the space and fresh sea breeze. The district Docklands offered vibrant shops, art-themed mini-golf and local boutiques. It felt like a true community hub, perfect for browsing and soaking up the atmosphere. Across the river, South Bank is Melbourne's cultural heart, home to the Arts Centre, National Gallery and Harbour Hall. Even just walking through this precinct is inspiring, surrounded by creativity and history. I visited the Australian Centre for Contemporary Art, its exhibitions thought-provoking and bold. As evening fell, riverside restaurants buzzed with energy. I dined on a terrace, city lights dancing on the water, a perfect solo meal. I felt at ease, part of the city's rhythm. Melbourne's modern heartbeat is found in its art, food and welcoming spirit. Every moment felt simple, elegant and uniquely mine. That's the joy of exploring alone. No Melbourne visit is complete without Queen Victoria Market, a feast for the senses. I gathered local cheese, bread olives and a peach for a picnic in Flagstaff Gardens. Sitting under a fig tree, I savoured my lunch and the city's authentic flavour. Melbourne's laneways are a living art gallery, Hosier Lane and AC/DC Lane bursting with murals and colour. As a solo traveller, I took my time appreciating every detail. I found a tiny cafe in a hidden alley, sipping coffee and chatting with the barista about local music. These small, spontaneous connections are the soul of solo travel. It's the unplanned moments that become the most memorable. Melbourne's creative spirit is everywhere, waiting to be discovered. Each mural, each market stall, each conversation adds to the adventure. That's what transforms a trip into a true journey. The city's magic is in its details. As my harbour journey ended, I reflected by the water. Sydney's grandeur, Melbourne's creative calm. Sydney filled me with awe and energy. Walking the harbour bridge was pure freedom. Melbourne offered peace, art, and a sense of belonging along the Yarra at dusk. Travelling alone gave me perspective and independence. I learned to trust myself, embrace the unexpected, and connect with strangers. Hidden corners and quiet moments became my treasures. Most importantly, solo travel was a conversation with myself. In the quiet, I found clarity and joy in being present. It's a journey of self-discovery as much as exploration. That's the true gift of traveling alone. If you've ever dreamed of solo travel, let this be your encouragement. The world is friendlier and more welcoming than you think. Taking that first step is the hardest. After that, courage grows. Your adventure doesn't have to be grand. Even a weekend away can change you. Go, give yourself the gift of new experiences. Mistakes and uncertainty are part of the story you'll tell. Through travel, we learn about the world and ourselves. We discover shared hopes, dreams, and a love for beauty. Your own Sydney Harbour or Melbourne Docklands is waiting. Be brave, be curious. See what the world has to show you. There are more stories to tell, more places to explore. The world is a big, beautiful book. Don't stop at one page. Your story is waiting. Go and write it.